And today we are going to have conversation about money, just to understand what they understand from where they are right now.
I was able to learn that you should save what you can, spend what you can, and invest what you can. And so basically it goes to the quote that that you shouldn't bite off more that you can chew.
Different. So being able to live that lifestyle and not being not having the plan to save for that lifestyle, but being able to live in it and start saving for other bigger things. I think that's financial freedom.
Next is budget or no budget. This should be a quick one and easy.
Budget.
Okay,
Budget.
Sarah?
Budget.
Hello, stewards. Welcome back to another episode of Bolts and Nuts of Financial Wellness. I am Ruth Kirago, and as always, thank you for joining me on this journey. This is where we learn together, we build together, and we become better stewards of what has been entrusted to us. Before we begin today's conversation, please like, comment, and subscribe and share. Now, let's get into today's conversation. Today, I am joined by Lathan. He's a third-year college student or university student. And then we have Sarah Kenywa, who just graduated high school, and she is joining university in the next 3 to 4 weeks. And of course, myself, I am shy 7 years of retirement. So you can see that this is a college student and one who just completed high school. And today we are going to have conversation about money, just to understand what they understand from where they are right now. And we see, I guess, it's speaking their minds. So we have questions that we have prepared ahead of time. And these questions I'm going to ask them, and they're going to answer in their best knowledge. So the first question is, what is money? Let's start with you, Lathan.
Money to me is a way that I can be able to do things in my life, whether it is for transportation, education, or even entertainment. It's also a way to trade in to gain any value that you may see as you need or you want.
Okay. So for you is, what did you say again? Sorry. Don't worry. Go ahead. I need to be attentive and write down so that I'm able to ask the question. Go ahead.
All right. It's to exchange for any value that I may need or want. And
So
it's
money.
a way.
Sorry.
And it's a way to like take control of anything in my life, such as transportation, education, or even entertainment.
Fantastic. So for you, money is an exchange of the value. So what do you value? Are you valuing what you're given, or are you valuing what you're going to spend the money on?
I value both, what I give and what I take.
Okay.
Whether it is to buy, as simple as a water bottle.
Yeah.
I do value that money, but I give it up for the water because at that moment in time, I find that valuable. I want to drink the water.
Change of that value. What about you, Sarah?
For me, money is like tokens in a game where you get a certain amount of tokens to help you buy power-ups, to help you get things within the game. To me, I think money is like that because whenever you spend money, you have that wiseness in you where you can't spend too much or you don't have enough to be able to satisfy the needs and the wants that you have for you and your family, versus where you use the tokens, or in this case the money, wisely. Then you have enough to be able to get the needs that you need for your family and to be able to get wants once in a while.
Okay, that's good. So for you, money is a token, and in this token you are using to spend. And you mentioned about wants. You also mentioned about needs. So that tells me that what needs are and you know what wants are. And you also mentioned that you want to use it wisely so that you're able to have extra that is left. That's good. So for me, money is a medium of exchange. There is what I'm exchanging in order to get money. So in this case, whether it is the skill that I've gained, so I am giving my skill out, and in return to that skill, I get to be rewarded. with money. So it's a reward, whether it is investments, the investments that I've put aside, then I earn an interest, which I am earning an interest for lending my money, in this case, to whether it's a brokerage or the bank. If I have a fixed account type of investment, that I'm giving my money to the bank and then the bank is giving me back an interest. So money is an exchange of something. And as Lethan mentioned, that there is a value. And for him, he values whether it is what he's buying or it is what he's also giving out. Okay, I like that. So the next question that we are going to have is, next question that I have here is, how would you, so number 2, has your understanding of money changed over the past 2 years? And I think I'll start with Lethan because now he's in 3rd year of college. If you compare what you understood about money when you left high school and now, has your understanding changed?
Personally, I don't think it has changed that much.
Okay.
I do feel like I've gotten more serious with the way money is and what it should be in my life.
Okay.
At high school, I was just, paycheck to paycheck, spending whatever I wanted.
Right.
But then, throughout the years, I've been trying to save money for different things, or save at least for emergencies, or just at least to keep as much as I can, because I do know of those scenarios where I may need it for something, but I do not have it. And that's where I would ask either my parents for some money. And I realized, I am now an adult and I'm now working. So, the older I get, I'll need to be able to keep as much money as I can for certain emergencies or for certain things that I may plan for in the future.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Sarah? You just finished high school. And let's go back to when you were 16 years. I think you had a babysitting job that you earned money. But do you think money has changed? That understanding, has it changed in the last 2 years?
I feel like yes, because I took an economics class in my senior year on money. And so I think that I was able to understand money. And I was able to learn that you should save what you can, spend what you can, and invest what you can. And so basically it goes to the quote that that you shouldn't bite off more that you can chew.
I like that. I like that. For me, having over 20 years of being in the industry and working, money has changed. I think when I was 16, money for me was in existence. It did not exist because I wasn't working. And when I started working at 19, money for me, the understanding of money at that particular point was to buy things. So anything that I want, I think anything that I may have asked my parents to buy for me, but they did not buy, I used money more just to spend. But right now, since that I'm at an age whereby I've seen money come, money go, I have spent money, I have invested money, the understanding of money has really changed. Money can work for you. And it is a truth that I'm getting to learn, or that I learned at an older age, versus if I knew at 20, by now probably I'll be retired. But because I did not take heed of that skill at that particular time, so I'm having to continue working. However, with this journey that I just started, I decided to give myself 7 years to laser focus on how I spend my money, what I investing, so that I can have enough money for my retirement. So money definitely will change for you as well. Every year, there's what you learn. I've come to discover money and financial wellness, it's about a skill. There's a skill that you get to learn along the way. And if you want to see your money working for you, it is about learning the skill of how money can work for you. So let's go to the next question. How would you describe your relationship with money today? And I think I just started it when I said when I was 19, when I started working. For me, the relationship was, I get it today, I spend it tomorrow, and I don't have anything left. So, but now it is, I get it today, I want to save as much as over 30% or invest over 30% versus, and then I can spend the 70%. So let's start with Sarah. What's your relationship with money?
My relationship with money, I feel like now it's more of if I need it, I get it. And if I don't need it, then I just save the money. But definitely when I had started working as a babysitter when I was 16 years old, every time I'd get money, I'd be like, okay, it's time to get this, time to get that, because I really want it. It was more of buying things for wanting it instead of buying things for needing. So all those times my paycheck, it will come one day and then be completely done the next day. And so I feel like the more older I grew, the more I learned more about money from family, from school, from even talking with friends. I was able to learn ways that I can be able to spend my money, but at a lower rate than spending it all at once.
Okay. What about you, Lathan?
When it comes to money, well, first off, I'd like to also mention how I go about paychecks or payday.
Okay.
I tend to avoid even touching it the first day or even 2 days after I get it. And the reason for that is because now once I start to realize that I am paid and I just got money, it helps me to start thinking about what do I need to pay back, what do I need to pay when it is a few days later than the day, because now it's not impulse. It's now I'm planning it out. So my relationship with money right now is, since I am in college and since with my current situation, I do not need to work to use this money for anything such as my education, since I am blessed to have parents who are able to help fund that for me. Yeah. So I do save money to work towards a certain goal, which my current goal right now is to get a car. So I'm going to save for that. But another thing is that one thing I know that I used to struggle in the past is that I cannot keep up with a goal that would seem like it'll take way too long and I don't see any sort of like results, So what I do is that instead of just saving for just that car, I do save for also some things along the way, such as possibly some car parts that I would like to add into the car, or maybe it is just another goal, like maybe some new clothes. So I start saving for that too. And when I add up and sum up all that I want to, I decided to put 40% into saving, and I can use the 60% for whatever. And the 60% is not to spend. No, I can just spend it. It is just, if I do want to spend, I know I have that 60% to spend. So it's less impulse. It's more, it's being planned.
That's good. I like that. And I think the next question is about the habit. What financial habit are you currently working on? And I think, Lathan, you've already alluded on that when you get paid, the day the money comes into your account, you don't plan for it on that day. And this allows you not to have that impulse. And so what other habits, because now you're planning out where you're saving 40% and 60% you're putting it to use it when needed. What other habits have you come up with?
One of my main habits, and one thing that I do try to at least keep it to a minimum, but still be able to enjoy myself. Mm-hmm. Whenever I know I have somewhere I'm going to, or if I know this is a season of enjoying myself or just being able to relax, I like to say that I'll allow myself possibly half of that 60%. I can just buy whatever. Like when I came to Seattle to have fun with my siblings and my mom. Yeah. I said, hey, 30% I can buy whatever I want, because right now I'm not working, I'm not in school. It's for me to enjoy myself. So I use that time and I use that money to just enjoy myself, but to an extent, to make sure that, when I get back to working or when I'm just out there, I'm not flat broke. I still have something for the next day.
That's good. I know, coming to you, Sarah, I know you haven't started working, but I know you did some classes just when you were about to graduate. There were some classes about money and financial literacy. What do you have any habits in mind that you're going to take to university that when you start, once you get your first job, that you're going to implement?
I think for sure the saving rule, the 60-40, I'll for sure keep that close with me. But with going into, getting my job and then doing school, I also want to be putting some money aside. So whenever I go to church every Sunday, I have some sort of offering, some sort of tithe to be giving every month. So I'd also like to be keeping that separate percentage of money. So actually how it would look like, it would be 50 for using, 40 for saving, and 10 for tithe. And that would be like every month, so that I have a percentage that I'm giving for tithe, and then I'm still saving up money. And then I still have that 50% where I can be using it to buy stuff that I need, or to buy something that I want. Maybe I want to spoil myself one day, or even if I am able to talk to even more people who are also taking down the financial route in college. If I meet other people, other friends, then I can also get their ideas on investing and then also putting it into stocks and seeing how I can grow my money that way, where I can use that money in the future.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. My habits right now, as I've mentioned, while on this journey of 7 years before I can retire, I am right now, I can easily put 30% to investment. And so that's the key. It is the most important thing right now for me. I want now to, so I started episode 1 and 2 and 3 that I've done. It was more of sharing financial leakages because yes, I may have 30% that I have to put aside, but I could be using my money in other ways that I can free that money. For example, one of the financial leakages that I found is that I wasn't reconciling my budget every month. And because of that, I did not notice when we went overboard with grocery. The budget was 600, but I was spending double that amount. So there are things that I've gone through to see where there's there's money leakage, and I am being able to free that money so that I can push it and I can put 40%. I can be using 60% and then 40%. I want to really laser focus that it goes into the investment. And of course, there will be episode that I'll be discussing on how I will split my investments. Some will be in Kenya because the Kenyan market is also doing very well. And then some will be here in the US. So the habits here, I think it's for me to see where every dollar is going to and justifying it, getting to see, if it's something that I want to buy, I'm having to think twice. Do I really need it? Is it a need? Is it a want? Because there is that laser focus that I have. So those are about money habits. This next question, you may not maybe have an idea, but I'll ask it anyway. What does financial freedom look like to you?
You want me to go first?
Yes, please. Sorry. Yes.
Financial freedom for me, it is about being able to spend, being able to invest, being able to save comfortably. Because at first, especially when I was younger, I thought, oh, if I'm a millionaire, that's when I'm free. When I hit the jackpot, I'm free. But as I grown, I've realized that if I'm able to go to work, if I'm able to come home, and I don't feel like I need to go to work tomorrow, because if I don't, then I lose the house, or if I don't, then I lose my car, or if I don't, I can't pay gas. It is that freedom to say, I can go to work today, I can go to school, or I can even just stay at home and not being worried about the bills or what I'm paying for. And if I'm able to still go to work the next day, or if I'm still able to keep the house or the electricity, just being able to be comfortable with how your financial situation is and being able to still grow it from there. Because personally, I do know that feeling when you cannot pay for a subscription at that time, and you decide, well, next week or next paycheck, I'll have to save for that. Yeah. If I have the freedom to where, I don't have to think about saving for a certain purchase, that's financial freedom to me. Because everyone's life is different, and the way they live or the certain financial lifestyle that they want is different. So being able to live that lifestyle and not being, not having the plan to save for that lifestyle, but being able to live in it and start saving for other bigger things, I think that's financial freedom.
That's good. What about you, Sarah?
Yeah, kind of agreeing with what Lathan said. To me, financial freedom is just being in that place where you have your money and then you can do whatever you need to do with it or whatever you want to do with it freely. Like there's no fear on any of your shoulders. There's no someone behind you telling, oh no, you can't do this or you're going to lose this and that. Like it's just being able to comfortably use, invest or do whatever with money that makes you feel comfortable. And then also adding on to knowledge that I know, like just the thought of financial freedom. It's a place where someone would want to be because, with inflation and the economy, they can't be perfectly aligned. Because if it's perfectly aligned, everyone has financial freedom. And so there's always going to be a shift. There's always going to be a difference between the two. There's never going to ever align perfectly. And that's why the economy has to shape its way to align with inflation so that the economy, it works well. And then also, if everyone had financial freedom, then a lot of demand on products will, go lower, the sales will go lower, the companies won't be making as much money because everyone has a good amount of money. They don't need that anymore because you can only, excuse me, you can only buy so many things. And so, if everyone has that thing, then the product cannot be on the market because no one's buying it. So I feel that financial freedom is that place where you're very comfortable, and not everyone will have it all at the same time. You will get it eventually if you're very smart with your money. There's people, obviously, you see on the day-to-day life where they're not financially free with their money because they don't use it wisely. Whereas there's people who, they took classes, they did this and that to be able to make sure that they're comfortable with the money that they have today. And so, yeah, that's what I think financial freedom means to me.
I like that. And I love the way you have elaborated, even with inflation and the market. So the next one, I'll bring it back home. What money lesson from our family has had the greatest impact on you?
You want me to start?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. The main lesson to me, and I can talk about this story, and it is about when I was going into my first year in college. It felt kind of difficult to start. Almost felt like I may not have gone to the college because of the finances, but I was blessed to have parents who were able to take on that burden to take me to school. So I feel like that lesson was to tell me that a lot of the things that I see, it's not always free. It's not always as simple as just asking and you can go. Sometimes it's things that you had to have planned for many years in advance. And then also hearing from many friends from college, a lot of them have parents who have been saving since they were literally born. And I also hear that a lot of Americans, especially the white Americans, all the parents, what they do is once their child is born, they open up an account just to be pouring in money, just at whether it is a little bit as like $50 a month or even as a lot as they can. They just put it down so that in 18 years, that is enough money to pay for their whole college and even for them to get a car or even other things like an apartment. So it just taught me that, a lot of things you do have to just plan in advance. It is a lesson that I will pass down and to my children. It doesn't have to be something that I can right away switch up since, it has already passed. It's whatever I'm going to do is already something that I can't really go back in time and change. It's, the time just moves forward. But at least when it comes to my children, I have that idea that even before they're born, if I do plan to have children with my wife, hopefully my wife is fine with that. I will put down an account and, even as little as $20 a month, put that and, wait 18, even 20 years. Yeah. That can already be enough for even 2 children, So that is a lesson that I can put there.
That's good. What about you, Sarah?
May you please repeat the question?
So the question, what money lesson from our family has had the greatest impact on you?
The greatest money lesson, especially coming from parents that immigrated to the United States and how they had to work so hard to be able to work up to give my siblings and I an amazing life, to be able to send us to school, to be able to get us what we need and a lot of the times what we want. I feel that the greatest money lesson is to definitely work hard and to save. To work hard and to save, to spend the money wisely, because honestly, anyone can make it from the bottom to the top as quickly as possible. It can take very long. It can take a very short time period because, you never really know. It's until when you start using money tricks. And to be able to have parents that had to work from the bottom up, to be able to give my siblings and I an amazing life and to teach us a lot about money, especially as we grow older and we go out into the world by ourselves. I think that's my greatest money lesson.
That's good. And one of the things that Layton brought into my mind is that I like, yes, that idea of you opening an account. Even now, you don't have to wait to get a wife and then you start saving. You can actually start putting some money right now, as little as $20. You put it in an investment vehicle and it will grow. That by the time you're getting into that you're having your first child and they're graduating in high school, then it allows you to have money. So that's something that we're going to discuss. That's something that I will give you a skill for that I will expose you to that you can start saving money right now. Even for buying a house, you start putting money aside that you can use it when that time comes. Now, we are going to do a rapid fire question. So I'll just read questions and then you answer. So save or spend, Lathan?
I'd say spend. I know you would think I'd say save, but I think spend.
Okay, Sarah?
Yeah, the same thing. Spend.
Okay. Next, for me, it's save. And it's also because of the journey that I'm taking. Next one is credit card or cash? Sarah?
Ooh, I think, wow. I think credit card. And the reason I say that is because, it's money that you're given to by the bank, you can pay it back. I feel like cash, once you see cash, especially when you see a whole bunch of cash, as the market grows, the more and less value that cash has. And then also when you see a lot of cash, you just spend because, it's a lot of cash. So I feel like having a credit card keeps you in check because you spend what you can pay back.
Okay, Lathan? Credit card or cash?
I say credit card because with smart spending, you also get benefits. So it's better to, spend using a credit card, at least for smaller transactions, than it is just use your own cash.
Okay. Next one, for me, cash right now. Because cash will allow me to limit myself. The credit card, especially, I have a bigger capacity for my credit card. So it's easier for me to continue spending. But when I have cash, it allows me just to spend for the needful. Next is budget or no budget. This should be a quick one and easy.
Budget.
Okay,
Budget.
Sarah? Budget. Okay, experience or things, Sarah?
Experience on things.
Or things. Would you want to use your money on experience or buy things?
I feel like experience.
Okay. Lathan?
I'd say experience because you get you have more memories with an experience than it is by just buying something. Maybe the thing can be the experience, but experience mainly is a bigger thing for you.
Okay, I would also say the same. Next one is coffee at home or Starbucks? Sarah?
Coffee at home. Starbucks has too many calories. Coffee at home, it's better that way.
Okay, Lathan?
I'd say coffee at home because they never get my coffee out there right.
Oh.
I never get it right.
They never get it right. For me, coffee at home as well. Once in a while, Starbucks, and it's just because I like to buy a croissant. However,
Croissant, yes. Every time you go to Starbucks, you're always forced to buy coffee, even if you get something, because they have that brand. You just always need a coffee there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, next one, $1 million today or financial wisdom for life. Let's start with you, Lathan.
I'm a bit selfish. I will say $1 million today.
Okay, Sarah?
I would say financial wisdom.
Okay, I will go with $1 million today.
Could I explain why I said so? I feel like even though I am a beginner when it comes to financial wisdom, if I get $1 million, I am the type of person to sit down and say, what do I do with this? So I feel like I'll be able to at least pick up on someone who can give me that wisdom. So if I have people helping me how to invest and how to spend with it, having financial wisdom is great. But if you're having it while still having to build the money, I feel like you have a less of a load if you're able to learn it while having the money. So I'm taking the $1 million. Let me invest. Let me get the top investors in my contacts,
I like that. Your money can buy all the financial wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I'm so proud of you. The questions we are done with a quick 5. And now I'm going to be ending this episode. This is actually episode 4. And at least I've been able to gauge where everyone is. There is indeed the need that is required is actually the investment part, where giving you that skill of how to invest and what to invest in. I think that is what needs to come. And we can do it whereby I can help you, whether it is opening a Roth IRA. I don't know, Lathan, since you're working, whether your company has a 401k match.
I may need to research on that.
Okay, so that's something that I believe you have some idea of your habits when it comes to money. you're in alignment with budgeting. So in this case, and like Sarah says, she is trying to see 60, she can use 60% and use 50%, have 10% for tithe and the other 40% for saving. Later, you've also said use 60% and have 40% on saving. So now it is more of where do you put that money so that it can work
It was
for
really
you.
good.
And with
I
that,
actually wanted to add something. Hopefully, David could edit it in because I think you're still recording.
yeah, sure.
I wanted to say about like, especially with the financial lifestyle, many people, they have very different financial lives. They have very, very different ways that they want to spend their money. And the most notable one that really shocked me, there's this guy who works at Meta,
Yeah,
Meta like Facebook and all that, Instagram. He works
Right.
there as a software engineer and he gets $200,000 a year.
wow.
Now, if you go to where he lives at an apartment that he pays $2,000 a month for. All he has to his name is a bed, a desk, his computer, and a few food items. Everything else that he owns is he just invested it. He just put it into an account and invested it. He makes $200,000 a year. He does not go out drinking. He does not go out. He doesn't buy cool cars or anything. Actually, all he just does is just sit down at home, probably plays games. Probably he does like his own hobbies and stuff.
Yeah,
But he makes $200,000, and everyone in the comments of the video was like, "If I had that money, you know where I'm going with that. Oh, if I had this, you know where I'm going with that." So, but the guy who was showing us the place,
yeah,
he was also saying that the way I live, it's very different, and he is not
Yeah.
scared of how he lives because overall, for him, all he wanted to do is just do what he likes to do, which is he builds whatever he wants to build, or he just plays games.
Yeah.
He's a software engineer at Meta, and he's blessed to have that, that high, 200,000 a year. That's
good.
that's more than
Yeah.
what I would make when I started as an engineer. So, something
Yeah.
like that. And he lives such a simple lifestyle. You almost think that he makes only maybe 80K, 90K.
Yeah,
No, he makes 200,000. He even said from how much he's invested so far, because he's 21 years old, he can
Yeah.
retire at 25.
look at that. Look at
He can
that.
retire
And
at
that's
25. And he works at Meta, and he has such a
Yes.
simple lifestyle. He's invested everything. He can just
That's
retire at
good.
25. So he has 4 more years to work. And if he wants to, he can.
He can.
So,
That's
you know.
good. And with that, I am so happy that you joined me today. And as I end this episode, I want to thank everybody who is going to listen, who is going to watch this. Again, this is financial building. It's a journey that I'm taking. It's a journey that I want to bring everybody along. So until next time, let's learn together, let's build together, and let's become better stewards of what has been entrusted to us. I am Ruth Kirago, and I will see you in the next episode.